Our real mission is activating potential of young people who live in marginalized communities. So we do this through the partnership that we do with community schools that serves the neediest students in Kenya. We have public schools that are very overcrowded, but we also have community schools. If it weren't for community school, I, for example, would not have gone to school. So because public schools are overcrowded, people in the community begin schools to meet the need and the demand for children who are not going to school. So those are kind of the schools that we partner with. I would like to talk a bit about our students. Those are the students that you're going to meet today. If you're a student in Kenya who attends community schools, chances are you've already not done very well in your exams. There are also, just a lot of challenges that you go through. One of the challenges is school fee. And on average, the students that you're about to meet are out of school twice every week because, schools in Kenya are not free. So when we begin working with our schools, one of the things that we've noted is also just the low self-esteem that students have about themselves. So our students, when we meet them, first of all, they've had these constant messages about the fact that they cannot achieve, the fact that they cannot do anything past, the academic work. We also meet students who feel like they are failures. So our work really begins there. Our work begins by, when we partner with schools, we work with the teachers. Because when you want to work with students to change things, you have to think about the teachers and the adults that work with them. So we work with the teachers to change their mind shift around what is possible for the students that they support. We also do a lot of training and workshop to help see the teachers and the students see their potential. So self-efficacy is very important. So there's a lot of work that happens. When you come to these communities, one of the things that you might see is the need. But today we are not going to talk about the need, really. We are going to talk about the resilience of these students and what happens when we develop deep relationship with our students, when we support our students through, to pursue their passion and interest, and when we have supportive adults that are there to support students to pursue those passions and interests that they have.
My biggest dream is when I finish Form 4, that is grade 12, I want to go and study law. I love singing, music, it just makes me go up, yeah. I love singing a lot. I'm under Big Picture Learning Kenya, and through them we were actually taught about project work, which also made me to be to do something during this COVID-19 period. So I'm doing a project which is related to COVID-19. So my project is all about the elderly and COVID-19. So I have 3 goals for my project. First goal that I had, it's to learn some of the challenges that they are facing during this COVID-19 period, and that I had to go out there, do a research, conduct interviews. The second goal that I had, it was sort of sensitizing or creating awareness to the elderly and also those people who live around them in my community, so that at least they can know some of the challenges that they are actually facing. The third goal that I had was to actually give out basic supplies that they need. After that, I'm willing to go out there and see their progress, what has happened after my project, anything new that they've learned, and maybe how it has impacted their lives.
I'm a student at Big Picture Learning Kenya, and during this COVID-19, before it started, I decided to do a project under childhood obesity that is related to the problem that is affecting our community, that is Kangemi community. So I decided to do this project so that the parents can be aware of this problem of childhood obesity.
My project is based on mental health awareness amongst the youths. What I'm trying to do is sensitize this information to a lot of people. Why I chose this project is I have had my own battles and still do with mental illnesses, so I have that sort of point of view of how some or most of my fellow youths go through every day. My goals with my project is to just get the information out there, to get more youths talking about it, to also encourage them to step up and talk about whatever they are going through, because a lot of people feel that they are sort of pressured not to talk about what they're feeling, either because they're afraid of what their relatives might talk about, stigma in the community as well. And not a lot of people are willing to talk about mental health.
So what inspired me to do this project is that I actually live with an elderly person. That's my dad. I'm in Kangemi, and he has like high blood pressure and also like lung diseases. So when you kind of try to relate to those two, like having those diseases and then COVID-19, it's like it becomes more chaotic. So my support team, first of all, I thought of those people who really know me well. So I started from the place, like I started from my own family. And then like somewhere else where I went was like the place that I studied, that is from Big Picture Learning Kenya. I have a project proposal which talks all about how I'm going to fulfill my project. I also have a project timeline which talks about that time frame in which I aim to finish my project, and maybe some of the things that I'll have to do. So when you're actually doing something like concerning people, you need to sort of like learn about their culture, learn about their beliefs. So that one I did it through conducting interviews. I also needed to go out of my comfort zone, like from those people, specialists who know like lives of the elderly people. That's like organizations or maybe doctors who know some of the things that the elderly are passing through in relation to COVID-19. So for me, I'm actually conducting a project. Then if you go to another youth and then tell him like you can make change, or maybe it's like, do you have the financial funds? And then you're like, you can just start from where you are. So it's like something that people are not yet working on, or they're not even willing, because they believe like you need to have that support, like financial support, in order for you to do something. But I think that what they need to know is that you can just start from where you are. Like you don't have to be great to start. And then like problem solving skills. Along the way, of course, I face so many challenges. It's not everyone that is willing to help you or just directly. So you'll also face challenges. But I think that those challenges actually, I learned so many things from them. I learned that you need to look at them like opportunities, because they're there like to strengthen you. So you need to come out of your comfort zone in order for you to deal with those challenges. Actually, this project has been like, it has impacted me like in many ways, like self-belief. Like for now I have high self-esteem. I believe like I can solve another issue if it comes out. After getting those information, I'm actually writing a handbook which will get, and the name is actually The New Normal. I also have a video talking all about my project, and you can also get that if you have interest.
Before I started, this project thing, I just kind of had this idea of knowing that, yeah, there's this problem out in the community affecting a lot of youths, but now I understand exactly what kind of help that they need and how I can help them in the way that is, I can help them in my own best possible way. And another thing is that I can be self-driven, because I took initiative to spread awareness on mental health. And yeah, and for the skills that I've learned, I am a critical thinker. Well, I would advise my youth, or even adults as well, if you have like a skill or a goal in life, and you like sort of like you want to make a change or leave your mark in the world, I'd encourage you to take that chance. Go for it,
My advice to my fellow peers or to my fellow youth, I think that I will tell you that you can make change wherever you are, no matter the place that you come from. Even if it's a slum, your dreams are still valid. You can do anything for as long as you believe in yourself and you believe like you have the power, because I always believe that like the power is in you and you can be able to do it. So since you have the power, since you have the skills, go out there and show the world that you can do it and there is something more to you.
I have such high expectations for these students. I know that they have self-efficacy. We've worked so hard to develop their self-efficacy. And research shows that when you have self-efficacy, you have the recipe, the perfect recipe to succeed in life, but also career-wise. So I see them in college. I see them pursuing careers that brings them joy, you know. I see them taking care of themselves mentally, but also physically. So I have such, you know, big dreams. I think our students have what it takes to change the world.